It's been a year since we started this renovation. Every day brings with it progress. In today's video, we're going to show you how we've installed and repurposed the old granite staircase, and Rui and his team have made that usable now so we can have the granite steps back on top of our new staircase. We're getting the doors for the veranda, and we finally made the choice for the floor covering on the veranda. So welcome back and a happy new year to all of you. Well, Dan's been over at the Quinta answering all the questions. I've been here cleaning, but not really cleaning the house. Well, I bought this cut glass chandelier about a year and a half ago, and I thought it would be lovely in our bedroom. I got it for €30, so I couldn't pass it. Even if it didn't work, I thought, well, I can always sell it again and get my money back. But yesterday I did the top part, but Dan suspended it today so that I can get on with cleaning the bottom section. I've done all electrical continuity tests, they're all good, so I don't have to do any rewiring. And I'm going to get on with this today, so that's why you won't see me much over at the Quinta. Well, 3 hours have passed and I've given these all an individual clean with the cloth and warm water. The water is filthy, and now I'm just giving it a rinse with 1 part vinegar. When I say 1 part vinegar, more or less 4 parts water. And then I will give it a wipe down with, I've got all the windows open too because this is very strong smelling. It's actually apple cider vinegar. Not that I'm so pretentious to be using apple cider vinegar to clean, but it's actually cheaper and purer than the vinegar you buy for cleaning. So that's why I'm using that. And it has come up really, really well. There are a few bits I damaged. Well, I don't know if I damaged them, but they kind of fell off, but I can repair them. But I'll not repair them until I put this up on the ceiling. Just checking the rest of them. Well, Dan has been working on the doors while I've been doing the chandeliers, and I said to him, so where's the footage of all your work? Yeah, oh, I didn't do any. That's what happens when he's a month away from site. He's totally forgotten what he's supposed to do. They're there. The original doors, This one is not original because it was never there, but we've kind of made it up. Dan has made it up from another one. It's not finished yet. That little piece of wood to stop the rain dripping in, because we still don't have the gutters, and that should take away all the water.
Então pronto, não vale a pena estar a partir.
Não está muito alto, não é?
Ah, ótimo, isso agora há duas coisinhas.
E daí que às vezes pode faltar algum.
É normal, não é?
Olha a perna.
É dos coisas. Mas eu já lhe vou pôr a coisa que ele ali tem lá, as coisas, diz lá para mim. Pronto.
Já foi.
Está aberta. Uma aberta está a porta.
Mas vira só
Se encontra a porta aberta.
para tirar aqui o caroço.
Isso, o caroço. Tirei. Esta é a de cá de baixo. Da 31 está. Ah, bom, passa. Não precisa de caroço nenhum.
É só tirar isto.
Esta. Para o primeiro.
Well, now for the flooring on the veranda. We finally made the decision for that. You saw the various options that we looked at, particularly my love initially, which was the herringbone clay terracotta tiles from the Algarve. And from the Algarve is kind of the clue. My heart was absolutely set on those. I had this vision. And then one day I came along and I looked at the tiles again and I thought, oh my goodness, they look horrific. So going back to that thing about the Algarve, someone suggested, you know, considering the vernacular, which is, you know, kind of the styles and things that are in this area. And we did. We always do. And something to note here is that verandas traditionally are very small little places, like ours originally was. Essentially just somewhere to hang out the laundry and dry it between the rain in the winter time. Nobody really sits out in the sunshine, and in days of yore, people didn't really have time to be sitting about drinking coffee, chatting on the veranda. So that's the reason the verandas are small and they're not really set up for outdoor living as we know it these days. We decided, well, nobody has tiles, and any of the old ones that are still there were rotting wood. So that was looking at ruins and things, which is what we had, except we had a concrete veranda, which we guess was built probably around the 90s. I spoke to the architect and I asked him, I said, why don't we see terracotta tiles here? I said, did nobody use them? You know, because they use clay, there's a big clay area, and they made roof tiles and all sorts of things, clay pots, everything. So there's a history of making clay things here, but not clay tiles. And the reason for that is because they are not frostproof. So lo and behold, there was our answer. And that idea went totally out the window. So there was two reasons: the frost, and one day the colour of the light, the way the light hit those tiles just spoiled it. We looked around our own land and we saw the vine posts, which are made of slate. And slate also comes from the mountains in this area. And Pedro suggested a quarry where we could get some tiles. So that's what we've got. You like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Do you like your chair, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely.
programa visto.
Here I am again, another day, another light fitting. I can't really use vinegar because I'll damage the metalwork. So I'm just using dish soap and water today. So this is really just a before. I'm not going to bore you, but the idea is I'm just going to spray each piece. And this one is crystal, but not so much. And oh wow. I don't know, the eagle eye among you may have noticed that one swag of crystals is missing, but it's not, it's inside. And the dangly jewel is in a cardboard box behind me. So it's all complete. This one was €40, but I just love the copper base. I just think that's gorgeous. I think it'll be really nice and enhance the warm tones in the house. I'm waiting in for a delivery for 3 days, so I'm trying to make my make best use of my time. That's the last of the glass. The last of the little crystals done. So next job will be to give them their final polish, and then I'll start on the brass work. So what time is it now? 2 o'clock. 4 hours in to do that. Today is New Year's Day for us when I'm doing this. Well, let's just go and have a look and see what Dan's doing. Oh, and you may have noticed we've had a sneaky cup of coffee up here, but we're not ready to show you that just yet.
Guys, you can open the door.
Oh, whoops. Whoa. So do you want to say what we've been doing? So you can take off your mask.
Hold on, let me put these things down. We're just finishing off the detail on the plaster work and sanding it so we can put the first coat of primer on.
That's our responsibility, unfortunately for us. Because when we started the project, there was quite a large amount of money included for the painting. So we thought, right, we'll pull that out and it'll probably pay for a kitchen. So that's what we did. However, we discovered much later that that money also included all the final finishing of the plaster. And Pedro has been really generous. He has plastered, or not plastered, sanded the big walls. He's been very good, but really we do have our work cut out for us and we have very little time. So things like, let me show you, say up here on the edges of the plaster, that all has to be cleaned. All the wood needs a clean wipe down and bits of plaster, and that's what Dan's been doing in here.
We want to get one room finished, so at least we'd have to try and do it while we're living here, and this is a smaller room to start with.
And
so,
your office.
And it's my office, and he's working here.
So once you start working, we really can't be pulling things
No, we
out
don't
and
want
about.
to pull the whole room apart in order to paint.
I've been in the guest bathroom and the guest bedroom doing all the cleaning there, cleaning up the woodwork. I'll just over the next month or so, videos will definitely be no more frequent than once a fortnight while we get on with it. It takes me about 2 days to make a video, and that's not including the filming. So I really don't want to sort of give up that time when I can actually be doing work here, because it's more important for us to get this finished. We have a few days here with nobody around, which is quite nice. We've got quarried slate on the floors on the veranda, so that's including the bathroom and the bedroom. Right now, of course, it's just been laid, it's not finished, and we're going to see that sometime in the future when all the work is finished and we can get some sort of sealant on these tiles and work out what we want for a finish. I absolutely love them. Totally filthy at the moment, but very forgiving. The slates are edged all around the veranda in the same granite that we've used on the sills. What for me and for Dan is the fact that you don't walk up and go, wow, what a great floor. The floor is very unassuming and it's sort of understated. You don't really notice it, but it doesn't jar you either, and it doesn't detract from the beautiful stonework, the wood, and just the fantastic view that we have appreciated since day one. Not including scaffolding or the ugly wall, but that'll all take time. I'd like to see more of this type of work when Dan and I will be continuing on to do a lot of the work ourselves, and maybe we'll get some help here and there as budget allows for. Do remember to hit the like on this video and share it with your friends. So thank you. It is a superb restoration. It has really brought this house back from the brink of disaster, and we're so grateful to all the men who have worked on this and the one woman as well. That's me.